Hi, I'm Matt Sabas. Today we're going to be installing a rear spoiler on a 2019 Toyota Camry. We already cleaned the back trunk with a solution of rubbing alcohol and water, and now we're going to go ahead and pop the trunk and start taking out off the retention pins. Got all our tools already set out. Make sure to take the pins and put them in the trunk so that you don't lose them. On some cars, you don't have to take out these pins. There's no cloth cover, but on the Camry, to be able to get to the screws that we'll be installing, you have to take off this back cloth piece. I usually just go ahead and put it in the back seat. Okay, the spoiler that we're installing today is going to be just a lip spoiler. So you just want to make sure to look down into there to see what you're going to be drilling into. Make sure you're not going to be drilling into double metal because then you'll have to use like a step bit to get to the holes that you drill. So it looks like we're okay. We're in single metal there, and we can start to fit the spoiler on the car. So we'll go ahead and shut the trunk, get our tape measure, get the spoiler itself. Do some measurements to make sure we get the same 3 3/4. 3 3/4. Okay, now we need the tabs. Before we do that, we'll put on these tabs, these marking tabs. This shows you where to drill the holes in the spoiler. Make sure to mount them horizontally, or vertically rather, I'm sorry. So we're going to be doing a total of 5 holes we'll be drilling, and this is just to mark them out. last one. Have you hold that, Dustin? Thank you. Okay, so there's our last one. Installed all those. Verify that the holes line up. Sometimes that happens. Yep. Okay. We'll go ahead and measure. Make sure that it's the same on both ends. Three and a half to center. Okay, so we're good there. Now we're going to take tape. Hey Colby, can you come hold the spoiler while I tape these on? Just hold it, yeah, there you go, just like that. You can kind of put some pressure on it, that's fine. Yep, you got it, okay. Usually I like to put 2 pieces of tape on the bottom section just to make sure that it doesn't move. Your marker doesn't move. Okay, now we got all those marked out. We can take these off. Okay. Alright, so now we have our locations for where we drill. Now we'll pop the trunk again. Okay. Go ahead and put in, I put in a 7/64 inch drill bit in there. Make sure it's a metal drill bit for metal. And we'll make our pilot holes. Actually, yeah, we can shut that again. Try to keep the shavings at a minimum if possible. Okay, now we can take off our tape and our marker. Thank you. Okay. Go ahead and get the bigger screws, drill bits out now. Usually next I go up to a 13/64. And I usually make sure I look at the screw size and not make it too much bigger than what the screw size is. I'll use a 1/4 inch, and that will be big enough to get the screw through. Okay, and then we also need a Phillips screwdriver. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and take these cushion pieces and put them in between the spoiler and the trunk so that the spoiler doesn't ever make any noise or anything. Make sure to line up the hole. Am I holding this over for me? A flathead? Okay. Actually, just so you don't see these little cushion pieces, let's take a knife or a razor blade and cut those off so that we don't see the edge of that. Okay, and that one's okay, so thank you. So now we've lined up the holes on the bottom to the holes that we drilled in, and everything looks good. So we'll go ahead and start screwing in the spoiler. You can use a Phillips screwdriver or you can use a drill, either one. Just don't tighten them too much. Okay, great. That middle one's going to be a little tricky to get to. We're going to have to use a small screwdriver to get into that one. Without drilling a hole into the double metal. Okay. Oh, that one we can go. So we set the torque down quite a bit because you definitely don't want to strip out the screws that go into the spoiler. So we'll finish tightening these up. And then for our last hole in the middle, we'll have to use this shorter screwdriver. For the finishing touch, we're going to put on some ceramic detailing spray. Okay. All right, that's how you install a spoiler on a 2019 Toyota Camry.